Hello, I'm Andi Singh and I'm going to use Kabbalistic Tarot cards, Divinity Kabbalistic Tarot cards, to predict 2017 for you who are in Cancer. So I'm going to start with your romance, marriage and family areas, and I'm going to pull one card which is related for these romance, marriage and family areas, and let's see what this card says for you for the annual 2017. The card is facing you, and that's a good sign. It shows that you have control of situations in 2017. Now, what does the card say? It talks of the Wheel of Fortune, which normally means that there will be many ups and downs for you in 2017. Number one. So stability is not as you would expect it, with many ups and downs. And this I'm talking for you in relation to romance, marriage or family. So in romance areas you can meet many people, but there will be difficulty and there is no stability in keeping a long-term romance for you in 2017. In areas of marriage, this card also shows that there are a lot of problems, in the sense that financial planets show that finance areas may trouble your marriage and cause problems in there. Also, the card of Venus, the sign of Venus is here, and that for you in Cancer I would translate as having not enough money to keep everybody happy. So financial struggles are also going to affect your romance or marriage area and family area. The last sign I see is of Saturn, and that shows, well, it means gloominess basically. So you will have some periods in the period of 2017 for you people coming from Cancer, that gloominess is going to be also involved. Gloominess can be that your romance or marriage partner and you don't agree very often. So try not to be provocative, because you are listening to me and the other partner may not be listening to me. Try not to be provocative in romance, marriage and family areas. Try not to show your temper. Try not to be very moody so that others always wonder how to please you, and that way you will be able to improve your circumstances in romance, marriage and family. It's not a bad card, but the fact is that the movement is a lot. So good times, bad times seem to be changing and interreacting a lot. So get ready for a lot of movement this way in your romance, marriage and family. And I would talk now, I'm looking at this card to see some indication of ages. And I'm going to go for the moon signs shown here. So I would say that if you are the ages of 20 or 29 or 38 or 47, or 56 or 65 or 74, you might have an easier time regarding romance and marriage and family areas. And if I look at the sign here, which is opposite to your good signs, I would worry that your ages of 18 or 27 or 36 or 45 or 54 or 63 or 72, if you are those ages, you may find more than your share of finding happiness in romance, in marriage or in family areas. The other ages which I have not mentioned, well, they are neutral, and you may just have to work a bit harder to make it life better for yourself. So that's what I have to say for you regarding romance, marriage and family. Now I'm going to pull another card that has to do with your career, business and financial areas. Let's see how well you're going to do there. It's pointing to you as well, the card. So you have control. That's always the good news. Now the card says that things are not going to be easy. There are many hurdles and obstacles for you in 2017 regarding career, business and finances. So we are only going to deal with these three things: career, business, finances, with this card. It also shows that you are going to find opposition a lot in 2017. So let's talk of career first. There is going to be differences with your bosses. There's going to be also differences with your colleagues who may be superior to you, and there can be also clashes. If you go to the business area, and if you are in business, there it shows that competition is going to be very strong, and you're going to find it difficulty to overtake the competition. And the sign of Mars is also shown here, and that shows struggle for you. And the sign of Venus is also on this card, and that shows it's more money out than money in. So it's better for you to think of saving before you enter 2017 and for the whole period of 2017, to have the saving outlook rather than the spending outlook. Okay, so in your career, business and general finances area, this card says you'll have to work very, very hard to gain any ground. So struggle for you is what I have to predict in career, business and financial areas. Okay. Now I'm going to talk to you about health, and I'm going to pull a card out to see what kind of indications where your health problems can be for you in Cancer. Good, it's facing you again, and that's always a good sign. It means you are in control. Alright, what does the card say? My first worry for you is your gynecological areas. The signs here show that bleeding or overbleeding, or a tendency to have a drainage of energy. That's the way I will have to talk to you, because that's the way the card is teaching me that. And also gloominess and depression is shown, which means that in health areas there's always a possibility that you may get bad news of something quite serious. So be careful in the area of health areas. Now let's be a bit precise, and I'm going to worry firstly of your skin. And regarding your skin, I'm going to worry about things like eczema, so be careful of allergies if you have them. Secondly, I'm going to be strangely worried. There's a sign of Gemini here, so I'm going to be worried of your heart. So you may have some heart problems or something with blood pressure and heart combined. So if you have any symptoms like this, go and see a specialist and have that, because the sign is shown here. After that, some problems can happen to your lower spine, and you may have lower backaches, which can be brought under control. So the health problems here show as ups and downs. So it's not going to be a health problem that comes and then goes away. So in 2016, for the entire 2016, there can be ups and downs in areas. I've just noticed a sign here of the full moon. So here the sign of the full moon can mean, it's a dark full moon by the way, so that's not good. It can mean two things. One is depression, and the other has got to do with your digestive area. So constipation or problems like that, I would say, can happen. The depression part has got to do not so much with the physical health, but with your mental or emotional health, and that will produce depression can produce many problems itself, like your appetite will go down, number one, and a tendency to be not active. So watch out, stay away from, or try to control the depressive levels not too much. And these are the few things which I can point towards your health areas for 2017. So in romance, marriage, family, career, business, finances and health, the outlook is not fantastically good, but it is not fantastically bad either. So the other thing I would say about ages to you now, I'm not going to use the cards, or maybe I'll use the cards. Let's see what the card says about good ages and bad ages. You never know. It's pointing to you again. So you are in control. Now it's a very interesting card that is not benefiting people who are 25 years old and younger. It says they are doing foolish things and they can be made fools of. So in romance, marriage and family, nothing is very stable for you under 25. And regarding ages, Looking at this card, I'm looking at the fire planets, which I identify because of the yellow and the red shown here. So I'm worried if you are the ages of 18 or 27 or 36 or 45 or 54 or 63 or 72. Here it shows that if you are these ages in 2017, you're going to attract a lot of difficulties in all areas of your life, whether romance, marriage, family, career, business, finances, or even health. Now, if you are the other ages, it doesn't mean you're scot-free, but you are not concentrated on by the negative planets like the ages which I've just mentioned to you. Let's look at something positive here. And the positive part, it's a white moon, so a moon that's very pale. So it can be to do with your energy levels in 2017 for you in Cancer. So what are the ages shown here? It is the ages of 50 years and over, because it's on the top level, that I worry the most in 2017 for you in Cancer, from 50 years and over. The middle part of this card is not bad. It shows vibrant colors, and these vibrant colors show that if you are from 25 to 50, the middle areas, I would say that you will be able to find your path and overcome difficulties easier. So under 25 problems, over 50 problems. The middle side seems to be in better control. So we use ages that way. The ages I have not mentioned are not the limelight is not, the concentration is not there. So the good is not so good, the bad is not so bad, put it that way. Okay. Now regarding colors, I'm not going to use the cards, but I'm going to use Kabbalistic astrology to tell you that you in Cancer in 2017, I would like you to use a lot of purple, whether in your clothing or whatever you contact with, the sofa at home, the chair, the tabletop in your office, the carpets, the curtains, the walls, the towels, everything. Try and have more contact with purple. That's the strong color for those in Cancer in 2017, because purple belongs to planets that seem to be the best in 2017. So I'm choosing that color so you can find harmony with 2017. Now regarding directions. Alright, every planet has a home round the compass. Sometimes in one direction 2 or 3 planets are found. So for you, I'm going to use Kabbalistic astrology to advise you that in 2017, I would like you to either face north or to face southeast as much as possible. Either in your office, when you sit behind your work table, face north or face southeast. Even at home, try to move furniture around if you have to, and when you're watching TV, face these 2 good directions. When you sleep, the rules are a bit different. And they say your eyes are closed, your mind is asleep, so you cannot look at any good or bad direction. So how does energy enter you? It's believed that it enters you through the soles of your feet when you're sleeping. So in your bed, your feet area, I would like the soles of your feet to face north or to face southeast. And that way you will have good energy entering in you. So this is the advice I give for you coming from Cancer for 2017. I wish you the best of luck. Now you can go to Facebook, look me up in Facebook, and ask to be added on, or just send me a message, and I can answer your questions. Google me by all means, or go to my website, which is called andihoroscopes.com, www.andihoroscopes.com. Andi Horoscopes is ANDIHOROSCOPES.com. And when you go into andihoroscopes.com, look for a button that says make a personal horoscope and click there. And you will see a whole list of things I will do for you when you consult me from any part of the world. I'm now getting into the mode of setting up so that any part of the world, whether my specialists who are doing these things for me, whether to use Skype or whatever, in a few days' time I'll be clued on with that. And then we can keep in touch in many ways. Okay. In the meantime, a pleasure to join you, to be talking to you, you people from Cancer, and the best of luck in 2017. Thank you. Goodbye.